welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and this is Life with Lynn. I apologize. I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted anything. I'm terrible. I'm just absolutely horrible. But the world is apocalyptic at the moment, so people are doing that and other crazy things. I hope you're staying safe during this pandemic, this crisis. You're staying in, doing social distancing, self-quarantining if you need to, washing your hands, you know, all of that stuff. So do be safe. I just realized that my clock is ticking in the background. That may be a little annoying. I'll move it. Better. Okay, so no more clicking, no more ticking clock. So I thought I'd do an update. I recently, as in yesterday, Monday the 23rd, today is Tuesday the 24th that I'm filming this, obviously, you can do basic math, was my 3-month post-operative follow-up appointment with my bariatric team. Now I know I said in a previous video, I don't know if it was my last video or if it was the video before that, I said I was coming up on 5 months post-op. Obviously I can't freaking count, and neither can the people at the hospital because it's been 4 months, but I had my 3-month follow-up yesterday, so I don't know. Obviously I didn't go to the hospital because of the quarantine and the lockdown. My entire city's on lockdown currently, so you're not allowed to leave. You have to stay inside. So it was an over-the-phone appointment, which, you know, it's fine. I mean, obviously I couldn't get my blood work done and whatnot, which I'm going to have to get done eventually, but everything else can be done over the phone. And my current weight, drum roll, is 304 pounds. That is a 96-pound loss since June of 2019, I think it was June, yes, when I weighed in at a whopping 400.4 pounds. So I've almost lost a full 100 pounds. I have 5 more pounds to go to be under 300 pounds. I have 4 more pounds to go to lose the full 100. It is insane. I can't believe it's happening. Oh my God. I'm wearing a shirt I haven't worn since like 2014. I'm sorry, that's a little low. I'll stop using that inflection. I'm sorry. Oh no! I think my necklace just broke. Yeah, I have. So 2014, yes, I haven't worn this shirt since then. Why I still had it, I do not know. Clearly I'm a hoarder and I don't want to throw anything away. And according to the, my dog's barking. According to the nurse practitioner that I spoke to yesterday, I have lost 40% of my excess body weight since my surgery. So think about that. 40% of my excess body weight already, and it's only been 4 months since I had my surgery. She told me that most people by the first year of their surgery, like post-operatively after the first year, that they lose 60 to 70% of their body weight, their excess body weight. So if you think about it, I'm only like 20 to 30% away from like that, like the higher up average, and it's only been 4 months. And I just think, oh God, that's so crazy. And it's so weird because like the whole week leading up to the meeting, especially back when I thought I was still gonna go like to the hospital, I honestly thought that it was gonna be, they were gonna tell me that like I wasn't doing enough, I didn't lose enough weight, I need to lose more, faster and quicker, because it gets to the point where like you're losing a pound every 3 days or something like that. And I guess when you're first out of surgery and also the couple weeks leading up to surgery when you're on the liquid diet, you're losing weight so quickly. Like, it's so fast. You're losing weight like you're losing like 10 pounds in 4 days, which isn't a healthy way to lose weight, honestly. But I guess you have this mindset that, oh, it's going to continue coming off like that. And then 4, 5, 6 months down the line, you start to lose like 1 or 2 pounds a week. And you're like, oh God, what am I doing wrong? I have to change something. But no, that's how it works. That way, you know, your body doesn't get super, super sick or anything like that. So do you hear the birds? Yeah. Anyways, so, you know, she said that I was perfectly like on level for what I was doing, and I really need to stop slouching. And besides needing to get my blood work done, because to check like my vitamin B12 levels, my vitamin D levels, my calcium levels, all of that stuff. I need to get that done, and then once that's done, we can possibly rearrange some of my vitamins and supplements, but as of right now, things are good, which is awesome. She asked a lot of questions about, you know, things that I can and can't eat, and like dumping syndrome. If you don't know what dumping syndrome is, I'll do a whole video about it, but like, it's not fun. It's essentially what it sounds like. It's like you get the stomach flu from eating something, and for 24 hours you have like a fever and you're sick and you're basically just like crapping your brains out, all because you had like a scoop of ice cream or something like that. And a lot of people get it after having weight loss surgery. And one of the first things I was told almost 2 years ago when I went to my first meeting was, not everyone gets dumping syndrome, but it's smart to go into this assuming you are going to get it. So I just went in assuming that I was going to get dumping syndrome from anything, everything, you know? And I've been really, really lucky, like knock on wood, that I haven't really had dumping syndrome. There's been a few things that have made me sick, kind of vomity. Sorry, I know that's a little TMI. After eating them, but according to the bariatric nurse practitioner, a lot of the time those type of things that cause that, 6, 7 months down the line, it completely changes. You can eat it again. I have like a very small list of things that have so far caused me to feel like that. Cucumbers, yogurt, rice. Rice is a no-go, but like rice is one of those like things that they say that you're essentially probably not gonna, essentially properly, that doesn't make sense, that you're probably just not gonna be able to eat again. Rice is something that's like really heavy, it's really starchy, and it's just not good on your new stomach. So I wasn't expecting to be able to eat rice after the surgery, and honestly, it's not a huge loss to me. I wasn't a big rice eater to begin with, but it is good when, like, for people who are like me and live below the poverty line, you know, sometimes all you have is water and rice, and that's all of the food you have for an entire week, you know? So that is a bit of a problem, because sometimes rice is all you have, but so far so good. I haven't had to deal with that kind of situation recently. Again, knock on wood. Also, bread is another one that I just can't stomach, and is actually pretty common, because again, bread's very heavy. It just kind of sits in a lump in your stomach, that kind of thing. So I don't really eat a lot of bread, but you can get away with, like, you can get around it. You have, you know, I can eat like flatbreads, tortillas and naan bread and stuff like that, because it's thinner, it's lighter, especially with tortillas. If it's corn tortilla and it's not a flour tortilla, it's a little lighter. And I honestly, I don't know if it's just because I'm like being good or whatever, or if this has genuinely changed the way I don't know, I think and feel about food. But I've started eating so many types of vegetables that like I didn't used to like. Like I had Brussels sprouts the other night and they were really good. And I don't know, maybe that's just because like I'm old now, I'm a grown up, you know? And it's one of those things that you taste when you're a kid and you're like, ugh, that's horrible. I never want to eat it again. And then you don't eat it for however many years because you're like, no, I had it once when I was 7 and it was terrible. I'm never going to eat it again. And then you eat it later when you're an adult and you're like, oh, okay, this is not bad at all. Maybe it's just an adult, like it's a grown up food. I don't know. But yeah, there's just been all sorts of like new foods that I've been eating, and it's great and it's fabulous. And I don't know, I'm enjoying food in a different way. Before, I used to eat and it would be like I wasn't hungry. I would just eat because the food was there. I also used to eat because I was bored. And I also used to feel like I had to hide what I was eating. I'd get embarrassed and I'd like try and sneak it out of the kitchen so no one in my family would see what I had or how much I had. And now it feels completely different. I feel content with my food. I don't feel like I have to hide it anymore. Even if I have like, you know, a cookie or some popcorn or something. I even had some ice cream, and apparently that's something that causes dumping in a lot of people, but I'm like really, really lucky that it hasn't. But it was just like vanilla low fat kind of ice cream, so I don't know if I got like, you know, triple fudge Rocky Road, maybe it would cause dumping, I'm not sure. But like even the not good foods that I've had, I've I've not felt bad about it. I remember I always used to go and say to like my mother or my best friend or even my sister sometimes like, oh God, I've eaten so much today. I shouldn't have eaten that much. I've eaten so much today. I shouldn't have eaten that much. And I'd always feel guilty. And I don't say that anymore. I haven't said that in, oh God, months. And yeah, weight loss doesn't fix everything, obviously. I mean, if you're depressed before you start losing weight, you're still going to be depressed after losing weight. You still have to work on yourself mentally, you still have to work on yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of that stuff. Your weight is a small part of your bigger problem. It's a small part of your bigger solution. That being said, with so much off my mind weight-wise, no pun intended, and just not dieting and not focusing on like restricting myself or counting calories or carbs and stuff like that, I've been able to really kind of work on other things alone and with help. Obviously, you should always, when it comes to mental illness, you should always seek help of a psychologist or a therapist, doctors, friends. Just reach out if you need help. Don't suffer in silence. So I have all of them, you know, and I'm also on medication, and there's also nothing shameful about that. If you need medication, then medication is what you do. And because of the weight not being because of the weight not being at the forefront of my mind anymore, for the most part, like I still think about it, but it's not that obsessive cloud. I'm honestly in the best. Did you hear that crazy bird outside? Wow. I am honestly in the best mental headspace I've been in, I want to say like a decade, 2 decades, I don't know. I'm in the best mental headspace I've been since I was 6. Chronic mental illnesses are not fun. And the fact that I can say I'm in the best mental headspace I've ever been in during a pandemic where you're literally like quarantined to your house and not allowed to leave is weird. But at the same time, as I mentioned in my other video, which I will put in the cards, I am an agoraphobic, and I have struggled with agoraphobia my entire life since I was an infant. So, I mean, it's terrible to say, but this quarantining and the self-distancing and the lockdown and, you know, all of that stuff, through all of that, my life hasn't really changed that much because I don't go out that often anyways. But that doesn't mean right now it's not scary and you shouldn't be concerned and you shouldn't take things seriously, because you should. But I just wanted to update everybody about what's going on weight-wise and my update, and I guess this is also a weigh-in. So yeah, there's a plane going by. Sorry. It's very loud. I should have closed my window before doing this, honestly, but it's the only fresh air you can get during a pandemic. Just open up your window and hope no spores fly in. Anyways, yes, so that is it. Follow me on my social medias, Instagram and Twitter. I'm on both of those almost daily, so if you don't find me here, that is the best way to keep in contact with me. Send me a DM if you want. Come on. Yes, so sorry, my dog had a little bit of a fit. Yes, so I will link my Instagram and Twitter, thank you baby, in the description below. So check me out there if you want to keep in contact with me. Subscribe if you're new. Comment, leave a like, let's have a conversation down below, and I will see you in the next video, because that's life, and I'm Lynn. Bye. Say bye. Bye.